joking, of course. Right, so this is like a glasses cover. Now I'm making no apologies for the random waviness of the lines and my stitching excuse me, my cutting line and my stitching line. I mean, really it should be the other way around, but I had so little time to put this together, so it needs another go at it. But actually this is perfectly acceptable, okay? And what you would need is to cut, so this is the fold, and I forgot to write that in. So this would be the fold of your fabric here, okay? So you would fold your fabric, and that line would go on your fold, okay? It's not that shape, you got double that, okay? You cut one out on the fold of fabric, so I've made it quite clear that that's what you need to do. You cut one from H630 or a lightweight interfacing, cut one from lining, and you need a snap, okay? And that's it, that is it. So I haven't prepared anything, so I'm going to switch my iron on. My machine is on. Now I haven't tested it, again I haven't tested it, so I'm going in, you know, fingers crossed behind my back. But if it isn't quite right, and I'm quite happy to receive constructive criticism, I will adjust it. Of course I will, but I didn't have time to make one, otherwise I'd have one to show you and then say, well actually then I'd make sure that the pattern was okay before we did anything else. So here's my 630. Now just if you haven't got 630, it's actually quite a nice interfacing to have. Sorry, I'm just pulling the dog hairs off of it. It's quite a nice interfacing to have because it is very lightweight. So if you haven't got any in your stash, I would say perhaps try and get some, just to try if nothing else. So let's just fold this. I'm going to waste a bit here, but hey ho. I'm going to use some 505 in a minute for my fabric on this, but just for this I'm going to pin it because I can't 505 this, it would just pull it apart. So this is obviously the lightweight stabilizer, so whatever you've got is fine. And the reason why I've done it in a half like this is because you get that both sides at least stay about the same. I'm more happier with my fleece outline than my paper outline, but there we are. So there's my little fleecy bit, okay? So that's what yours would look like. I've got the most gorgeous fabric here. It is Dragonfly Dance by Deborah Edwards for Northcott Fabrics. There we go. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can't even tell you how gorgeous. I've got the whole range just in a fat quarter, and oh, it's just sensational. It really is. Look at it, it's beautiful. So I'm going to be sparing with it. Well, not really. I was going to use, actually I've still got some scraps from the fabric I bought from the Fabric Townhouse the other day, and I was going to use some of that, but I wanted something a bit zingy. So I saw this, which I know I'm using scraps this year. This is scrap 25, but I actually went to the Cozy Cabin for something else. I can't remember what now. And I saw this and in the corner, as you do, and I thought, oh, Lizzie, that has to go home with you now. So it did. So it did. So if you've downloaded this already, you might well be. See, this is a bit dull in comparison, but this is just the lining. I think it's the same. It's from the same range. Yes, so if you've downloaded it, you're probably way ahead of me now. That's okay. It's not a race, is it? It's not a race. So that's a little bit off the fold. So the ideal thing with this is, if you're doing it like this, is to put a pin in it as well, or pin the layers first and then put your template on. because then the fabric won't move at all. Let's see if I can do this. I'm being a bit generous with my seams. I think I'll probably have to just rejig this tomorrow. But for today, I think it's perfectly acceptable. And of course you can make this bigger. This is just for like reading glasses, because it's a glasses cover, and you may well have seen this on Facebook. But you could enlarge this. You could, you know, put it on the old printer and just, you know, 110%, 120%, that would be quite big. But you might have a big pair of sunglasses that, you know, that you want to protect. That's all it's about, really, isn't it? Protecting our sunglasses and glasses. So let's just, I've got the rough side, so we'll put that on. So this is just where we just slow down a little bit. Slow down. And it's another good opportunity for me to use my green machine, although I've got absolutely nothing out ready. I think that'll do. Okay, so now it's just a case of putting right sides together, and hopefully if we've cut them fairly accurately, a bit dodge, then they'll be the same size, but we can use our imagination, surely. So hold on, let's put the pins in that way. I've got my lovely little pins have disappeared. I don't know where they are. They're around here somewhere. I've buried them. So don't forget, I would go for a scant 1/4 inch or even 1/8 of an inch, and we just want to leave a little turning gap at the bottom on the straight edge. It's always better to do it on the straight edge. So if we do across here and across here, then this is where we're going to leave the turning gap open there. Okay, so it's always better on a straight edge if you can manage it. Good. Are we all right? Are you very quiet? All I can see is Dawn watching. Dawn Hammond Kemp is watching. She's watching a lot. Like every 3 seconds, Dawn is watching. Judith says, oh, yummy fabric. Yes, it is. It is very lovely. Let's have a look. Oh, Kirsty. I'd possibly copy them if my hubby also wanted to do some adult colouring of ones he liked. Yes, I just want to transfer them onto fabric and embroider them. Well, me too. You could actually, with a warm iron, transfer them onto paper. There's no reason why you can't transfer them onto paper. So you don't need... this is my opinion. You don't need to photocopy them. Don't make yourself any work. I would... definitely put them onto paper. I'm trying to think of my words. I mean, if you want me to show you, I will. Just say. I'll try and pick it up in the comments when Dawn's not watching, because that's all I'm getting. Let's just get myself on here again. That's it. Got them now. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, here we go. That's it. Yeah, so if you want to see that, just let me know. Right, so I've got the machine set up, 2.4, that will do. And I am going to do like I say, a scant-ish 1/4 inch. So I just have this feeling in my bones it ought to be a wee bit bigger. Not sure. But anyway, we're going to give it a go. Let's put it on, let's put you on side camera. Just bear with. I've got all the technology tonight. Do you know what, the other night when I couldn't get my side camera to work, I had one button to press, one button, and it's only afterwards John came up and I said, oh, you know, the bloomin' camera didn't come on. Oh, he said, did you try switching this? Oh. So, of course it worked then. I'll tell you what would be a good idea is put your fabrics right sides together and then cut. I would transfer the template into one whole piece, and that way both edges are going to be the same. So I'm doing a really scant 1/4 inch here, only because I have a feeling in my bones about it. Because usually oh, that's a bit near, I'll go back over that. Usually I test these things out, but I didn't have time. It's been a manic day. From 3 days of just beautifulness, it's been ridiculously manic today. So I didn't get time, because these manic times take over your life, don't they? They can do. So I was a little bit close going around here, so I'm just going to come in a bit. And I made myself a resolution today, which of course I haven't followed. I'm going to start using a leader. Okay, so when in my stitching, I'm just going to go around this again. I was watching, oh gosh, what's her name? Her name always escapes my head. Anyway, the lady from the Homely House. I was watching her the other day, and she uses a leader for her sewing, and I thought that's really what I should be doing, and of course I haven't. Anyway, so I don't know if you can see, but I've gone all the way around. It's a bit, the stitching, cutting is a bit dodge, but you know what, and then the stitching was a bit dodge, so I had to do it twice. But you can see what that looks like. Okay, so we're not going for an Olympic gold in perfection here, as much as I'd like to. Kate, that's it. Why can't I remember that? What a lovely lady she is as well. She really is. And she's such a joy just to have in your ear. I'm going to put it there because it saves me. Now, of course, I've got this a very small seam allowance, probably or more 1/8 of an inch. So I'm not going to clip into it because it should be okay. All right, so I'm going to leave it as it is. What you could do before you turn it through is to actually turn these edges, this straight edge here where we've left open. I'd be inclined to push that back, and that might help, with the turning gap and what have you. So let's just see what I mean, just sort of turn it back. Yeah, and the other side is never so easy because it's got wadding. So, but we'll give it a go. Of course, the wadding could easily melt, so just be careful. I'm just going to catch it like that. See how we get on. I've given it a little bit of a crease, so it'll be easier. So turn it through. And what we need is the gubbins for doing the popper, really, which obviously I haven't got to hand. So let's just turn it through. I'll keep you on that side. Are you all right on that side? Oh dear. Oh, Dawn says she likes to watch her too. I had my bracelet out today, Dawn. I had my bracelet out today and I took it off because I was messing about with some chemicals earlier. So I took it off and I was trying to protect it. But look, Dawn bought this for me, and she brought it to me at Newmarket. And because I'm so cack-handed, I couldn't put it on. I had to get Abigail to put it on a little bit later in the day. But look at how beautiful it is. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So yes, I've been wearing that today, Dawn. So thank you very much for that. Beautiful. Sometimes you get little treasures, don't you? And I've got lots of turtles now. And according to Abigail, there's a turtle tray in the range, which I'm going to seek out at some point. Yes. So she picked it up and took a picture and showed it to me in a picture, and then didn't get it. I mean, what sort of kid is that? So there we are, turned through. But what we really need to do is give it an iron and then give it a top stitch. Now obviously I've got my cream thread in, and obviously that's going to show. So it could be one of those situations where you're happy to let it show. Depends how good you are with your stitching, or whether you change your thread. Okay, so you'll have to decide. But this is obviously the right side. So when I top stitch it, because I think that'll look neater, I need just to be fairly neat. And I may need to glue this turning gap closed. Let's just see if I can... Are you all right on the side camera there? I'm asking you, then I'm not looking at the comments. Oh no, Diana. Oh. Now, when my mum used to do sewing, and she always used to say this to me, have the radio switched on the same plug, and then she would know then to sorry about the licking fingers. She would know then if the radio was still on, then her iron was still on, because she's, you know, she was obviously a textile-y person just the same as us, and I expect she'd been caught out a few times. So, oh, that could be so much better. I don't want to, that could be a lot better up there. I might have to sort of, as I'm going around, push it out. Yeah, so to have a radio, well, if you can bear a radio, I mean, I can't, so I'd be well stuck. Anyway, I'm not too displeased with that. So we're going to top stitch it now. Now, if your top stitching is a bit wonky doodah, then pick a decorative stitch. All right, pick a decorative stitch that you love, and use that, and nobody will ever know if you're wonky doodah. Okay, it's a technical term. But I'm just thinking, what shall I do? A decorative stitch? Shall I do one? I don't know how it'll look like. Let's have a look. Let's find. Oh no, you see, I like the leaf 06. Will that be too much? Who knows? 06. Shall I use that? Does anybody want to see a decorative leaf stitch? Oh dear, let's do it. It's just, I know. 4's quite nice. No, let's do 06. Right, so let's have a think what I'm doing. That's not very often I use my, which one do I need? That one. Oh, hold on, bear with, because I'm having to, oh. It's one of those things where you never, oh, got it. So let me test it first. I've put it on a leafy sort of pattern. I've got a bin full of paper here. I'm just going to rummage to see if I can find a piece of fabric. Oh, here we are, the smallest piece in the world. And I'm just going to see what the stitch length is like, etc. Oh, I think that's okay. Now, I'm not sure you'll see this. Hold on, let's get it right in. Can you see that? It will show up on the glasses case, that's for sure. Right, so where the turning gap is, I've got to go really close to the edge. So I'm going to start there and see how I get on. Oh, I think that will be okay. Ooh, a little bit near. Right. It's going to take a little while to go around the edge. Oh dear. Right, okay, just go for it, Lizzy. Okay. Yeah, so when we were in near Matlock, we decided we wanted to go into the town to have a cup of tea. So we got a taxi in, which is fine. John has got a poorly leg at the moment. He pulled a muscle playing tennis the other day. So he needs to rest it. So we kind of just decided to get a taxi into town. It took us all of 5 minutes, and which is great. And then we had a little cup of tea in the park, which is lovely, and a piece of cake, which you do, of course you do. And I thought, oh well, we better get a taxi back. So we went up to the station, and there was a chap in the taxi rank, obviously. He was just having his lunch, so we apologised for that. Are you free? Oh yes, he said, like this. So we hopped in. He wasn't sure about Millie, but you know, Millie's fairly good in, well, she's very good in public transport, taxis, that sort of thing. She's fine. As long as she's with one of us, she's absolutely fine. So anyway, we got in, we finished his sandwich. He's about 80. with 18-year-olds, I'm not ageist. And then he said, well, I'm going to have to fill up with diesel. Oh, right, okay, we said. So he drove us to, he said, I won't put the meter on. I thought, good. He drove us to Sainsbury's garage, and he sat in the front, obviously, and he was going through his money wallet, he was going through his cash, he was counting his cash, he was writing a receipt, put that in his sun visor, and generally just having a little tidy up. I think he'd forgotten that he got us in the bag, I'll be honest with you. And then, so then he got out of the car and he started to put the diesel in, and John and I were thinking, oh, that's a good price for diesel, blah, blah, blah. So then he toddled over to the shop and paid for his diesel, and he came out. I could see him coming out, and he got a handful of paperwork and just a handful of stuff. Anyway, he got in the car, started putting all his stuff away, wrote out the receipt for the purchase in his little book, and put the pen back in his visor. And then he got the pen out again because he'd obviously forgotten to do something, so he had to get it out again. And so we sort of sat there and thought, oh, he'll go in a minute. We did feel like we'd been kidnapped at this point. So then he started putting his paperwork away, and he said, oh, well, where's my card? The card that he'd obviously paid with. Couldn't find it anywhere. Searched high and low. We're about 15 minutes now we've been sat in this petrol station. So he had a look in the car, and he had a look, he opened the door and he had a look on the forecourt, and then he got out of the car and he went to find the manager in the shop, and they both then had a look around the forecourt and traced his steps, which was all of about 10 yards. Nothing to be found. He got in the car, he said, well, he said it's got money on it. He said, so I have to find it. So I said, oh, well, but you know, I didn't see you drop anything. Have you looked down the side of your seat? Well, that's what he did, and that's where the card was. So we thought, oh, thank goodness for that. But no, we then had to go through the rigmarole of how much he'd got on the card, and what would have happened if somebody had stolen it. And it's a good job he found it. And then he had to put it in his wallet along with his receipts, which obviously we'd had, you know, that palaver. And it was all getting a little tense, really. And finally, after about 20 minutes, probably 25 minutes, he pulled off the forecourt and away we went. And it was 5 minutes back to the campsite. So, honest to goodness, you couldn't make it up. Well, you know me in travel, we don't fit very easily with each other. Anyway, look, that's the little leaf pattern around the edge, which actually looks okay, doesn't it? And of course it's caught the turning gap as well, which everybody would be pleased about that. So we're practically done. We just need to put the popper in. I still feel it might be a bit small, but we'll have a look in a minute. We'll have a look. I'm full of confidence. I'm full of confidence. Which is, oh, this mouse has just switched itself off. My mouse does this. It's very annoying. So let's just have a little look here. There we go. So what we need to do is a popper. Now this is going to have to be trained to fold over nicely, okay? That's the sort of thing we're looking at. It's a very lightweight interfacing I'm used, and what you do is you open up your glasses like so, yeah? And this comes over the top, and you put a little popper in there. I suppose that could go right to the edge like that. Actually, it's okay. And then the arms get closed, and you've got a nice little case to put your, it's a cover, isn't it? It's not really it's not a protective case, it's literally a cover. And so we're going to put a popper in there, guys. So we've got time, haven't we? Yeah, I've got 10 minutes. So let me just keep you there for a second. I will get my gubbins. Oh, it's all here. Lovely. And I think when I did the workshop last Friday, which was, what was it? What was it we're doing? Oh, for goodness sake. Linden, which we do tomorrow night as well. I've still got all the correct stuff in my green machine. Right, so I'll get you on the side camera in a sec. It's just going to put a hole in my thingy here, my cover. So I'm going to guess the middle, okay? You might not want to guess, you might want to actually measure it, but I'm just that sort of gal, I'll just go for it. Okay, so that one has gone through both layers. I can take the glasses out now. So that's gone through both, yeah? So I'm just going to find my poppers. So I've got this gorgeous purpley colours here. So let's just have a look at the poppers. Oop. Okay. I've got that purple. It goes, doesn't it? But do we want it to go? Do we want something really bright? Or do we want, oh, look at that. Or do we want a turquoise? Come on, you tell me. There's a pink. I'm not sure about the pink. No. There's a blue. I'll have a look in the comments. Green machine. Oh, Diana. Oh, I'm not going to talk to you about a green machine because, you know, I don't want you to spend your money. But it is good. I think I like the purple. Don't you? I think that goes, doesn't it? We don't need anything super clashy. So we need 2 buttons. Yeah, purple. Oh, Sue says turquoise. Uh-oh. Fight, 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 fight. Turquoise. Oh, Tricia says cats. Oh, no. Oh, turquoise. See what it's like? Oh, Lorna says dark blue. Nicola says purple. Right, hold on. Let me put it in the hole. Right, that's the turquoise. Okay. In fact, this you're going to see it this little side here. That's the turquoise. Okay. That's the purple. Dark blue. Okay, let's give it a go. So you've got another round. Right, let's have a look. One of each. Sue says sorry. Oh, Sue, don't be sorry. Oh, Kath says yes, turquoise. Wow. Christine says pink. Controversial. Let's have a look. Pink. See, I haven't got a pinky pink. It's more sort of like a corally pink, I think. Right, definitely turquoise. Right, I do. Just do as I'm told. I don't know why I even questioned it. Where's that come from? Over there. Don't know why I questioned it. Right, let's have a look. So we need 2 buttons, and we need an uppy, an innie and an outie. There we go. Well done, gang, for helping me decide. Now I can't remember which thingy I've got in there. I think I've got the this one. I think that's what I've got in there. Let's have a look. Well, I'm going to put you on the overhead, the side, in just a sec. Let's see if this is the one. Yeah. Right. Oops. Okay. So I've got the bottom die in, and this one goes up there, and it kind of sticks in there. Some of them don't stick in there and some do. Right, so let's have a think about our pouch again, because we want to make sure we get everything in the right order. So that's the one that needs to go on the bottom, because it's the innie. The one that's the outie, let me show you, goes on the top. Can you see that? So this is the one that's going to go. So the button goes on the outside. On the outside. and I have to stand up. You don't need a lot of pressure, but it is, you need to stand over it for sure. Hold on, let's get it out. There we are, look. It does the most perfect job every single time. So then we just change the gubbins, and I put mine in little boxes. I do need a better pen. I probably need to put a paper label on there. I've written on there 12mm cam snaps. I've got 10mm as well, which I don't have any snaps 10mm, so I don't know why I bought that. But there we are. It always screws on the opposite way than you expect. It does for me anyway. Right, so the other one, we want the popper, this button on the outside, like a so. Yeah, and on the inside we need this bit, and that, oops, that goes in there. That's, like I say, some of them stick, some of them don't. See, this one doesn't want to stick. See how it just falls out? So when that happens for me, I just put it on, and then I push it down, and that attaches it, but obviously it doesn't squidge it. So then I put it in the dish, and oh, let's make sure I've got that in. See what happens. Give it a squidge. Oh yeah, that's all right. And there's the other one, look. Right, so the proof is in the pudding, as they say. It needs an iron. If you use thicker wadding, make it slightly bigger, yeah? So you can open your glasses, give it a press, and then all you're going to do is pop those two together and close your glasses. There you go. And that's the actual perfect size for my reading glasses, of which these are. And I think even a slightly sort of bigger sunglasses, that might be okay. Yeah. Lovely fabric though, isn't it? So have a go at that. That's the freebie on the website. If you go to the website and then go to Creative Friends, you'll find it. I will tidy the pattern up a little bit, because it is, like I say, a bit rough and ready. So if I get time tomorrow, I will make it perfect for you. But I think you get the gist, don't you? I think it'll be fine. And what I'll do is I'll save this video to YouTube, so we've got it. Now there was another Facebook Live that was a little bit, was it last week? Somebody, well actually it might have been, obviously it might have been Jackie that posted it as a reminder about something, and I forget what it is now. I'm going to scroll down, and I thought, oh, that's a very useful Facebook Live to save, so I shall do that, and I'll save this one as well. Good. Okay, well that's me done. I am about to head off to Zoomland to see the admin team, Kath, Nicola, Jackie and Jackie, to talk about birthday week, which is it the week after next? It's the 28th, 29th, 30th of April. It's we're doing 3 days of competitions and challenges and lots of stitchy fun. Okay, so 3 days. So please join in. I do love it when you all join in. It makes such a difference to everything, it really does. Right, I'm going to go, and I'm going to meet up with the girls and talk to them about, or to ask them, what we're going to do. We probably won't change much because it's such a good formula. There will be 1 or 2 exceptions, because our Nicola is definitely out of it at the moment. Bless her heart. I don't know if you've heard, I don't know if you saw her post, but she fell over and she's broken the little bone in her thumb, which is incredibly painful. And she's had a bit of a shock as our Nicola, but we send her our love and hope she gets really better very, very quickly, because she loves to do her sewing, and also she's a very, very busy lady, so to be sat doing nothing, must be doing her head in, but she can't be doing with helping on our birthday times, because it's a lot. She does a lot of computer work which she can't do, so so we will be bereft of our Nick. But you, as I said to her, she'll be sitting on the bench cheering us on, which is all we need. Right, guys, I'm off. I shall see you all soon. I do believe our lovely Kath is live on my page on Monday. I know I haven't done the calendar yet. I will try my hardest to catch up with life tomorrow. It's amazing what three or 4 days out does to you. Completely out of sync to everything. And I'll just post the dates of when we're live and which page we're live in, and then you can follow us all month. But no doubt we will tell you every time we do a live. We will tell you when the next one is, who it is, and where it is. Okay, good. Right, thank you very much for watching. I shall see you all again soon. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Take care. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.